The significance of DeMatha High School is this is where I went to high school for 4 years of my life. Here's where I faced a lot of adversity. I never let anybody outwork me.
I place a lot of pressure on myself, and I always believe that anything worth doing is worth overdoing. A lot of people ask me, when do I take my foot off the gas? I don't sleep much.
I think there's so much to learn from Daymond. How he even came up with FUBU. It's just one thing, because I know it wasn't easy at first. But at the end of the day, it turned into a multi-billion-dollar company. Then he had Shark Tank. Like, how do you start a conversation with the guy who has this much money?
I'm looking forward to meeting Victor today because he is a rising star in the NBA. I want to know about his discipline, and I want to know about the brand that he wants to become.
I'm Victor Oladipo of the Orlando Magic.
I'm the Shark Daymond John from ABC Shark Tank, and this is Win-Win.
What's up, man?
You get paid for that, huh? What's up, Vic? How are you, man?
What's up, baby? How you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me out here. This is your high school, huh?
Yeah, man, this is it.
How many hours have you put in on this court right here?
Thousands, probably. I remember waking up at 4:30 in the morning, getting here at 6 a.m. before school started to work out. So.
And was that part of what the coaches asked you to do, or was that really what you wanted to do?
Man. You know, coming here is tough, man. It was a whole bunch of good players. I mean, this is a well-renowned high school. I just had to turn it on, man. If not, you were gonna get left behind. I was fixed on getting to the NBA. There are kids that I went to high school with that should be in the position I am in today. If you told them back then, if you put us all in one room and you asked them who would have been in the NBA, I probably would have been one of the last people they would have thought. But here I am today because nobody in that room outworked me. Nobody. Pretty much all my life, it was just like, oh, I don't think he's good enough. When I got here, it was pretty much the same thing.
Who believed in you to help you up the ladder? Who was that special person?
There's no question, it's my mother.
Your mother?
From day one.
I also was told when I wanted to go to a better school that I would never make it. They told that to my mother. Now, finding out only 5 years ago that I'm dyslexic, I didn't believe it. I didn't believe that I wasn't as good or better than everybody else, only because of Mom, right? Right.
You know, I've met a lot of people with a lot of money who can't really relate to you, so they kind of just brush you off. But he was really welcoming, you know, and he's so humble. I had to work for everything I had, and Daymond is the same way. I'm Nigerian. My background is Nigerian, even though I was born and raised here. And all we about is books and school. And I was a little bit different. I wanted to play basketball. For some reason, my mom just kept egging it on. My dad wasn't really on the same page.
Was Dad home every day?
Yeah, for the most part. He would come home real late because he was always at work late.
So you still had a supportive structure no matter what?
Definitely.
Okay.
Without them, I definitely wouldn't be in the situation I am in today.
Victor didn't have many other people around him that supported him besides that one pillar. You know, Victor's dad wasn't necessarily around. Great guy, was putting in the work, but my father wasn't around either. Victor went to Catholic school, I went to Catholic school. I found that we had many things in common. You wanna get that?
No, I don't need to.
You wanna get that one?
I got 2 phones, brothers.
Right. So Victor's 22 and he's in the NBA. Very dangerous now. Why? People are gonna come at him from all different areas. I often consult a lot of NBA players, and we all know the stats that, you know, after they get out of the NBA, 3 years, about 60% of them will be bankrupt. And, you know, this is gonna be challenging for Victor. Okay, you lead the way, man. It's your house.
Let's do it.
Just don't walk too fast, because I'm getting old.
I got you. I won't walk too fast.
All right. This is what Maryland's known for.
Yeah, crabs. Man.
I love crabs.
I have aspirations and dreams of, you know, having businesses and helping people just like he did.
You're an athlete. You deal with stats every day. You know, to be very honest with you, I spent $20, $30 million the first couple of years, and I blew it. It's very hard. You know, imagine yourself at 22 years old, so many millions of dollars coming your way. It's all gonna be the challenge of who he's gonna surround himself with. If he surrounds himself with people who just kiss his butt and say, you know, I love you and I'll do everything for you, then he's in trouble. Let's talk about the friends, because people tend to come around when money's there.
Everybody needs a car and all that kind of stuff.
But that's where it adds up. It was really simple, I got it. You know, the anatomy of bankruptcy is you got 20 million, your agent takes 15 or whatever percent, right? Now you got 18 and 18, and now you gotta pay Uncle Sam, you gotta pay him his vig, right? right? Now that 18 goes down to 9, you go down to 9 and you have your main house, right? You just spend $1 million, and then you have your house in the area that you moved to play for, so now you spent $2 million. You didn't furnish it yet, by the way, so now your 9 is down to 7. Of course, a couple of problems come around with your family members, right? So now your 7 is down to probably about 6, and you have a couple of kids or one child. You go through a divorce. It costs you $3 million, and you put maybe another $3 million away, but maybe that investment that you put away in stocks, it goes down, but you need money to pay all these taxes and everything else, then you're bankrupt. So, how do you avoid that?
You gotta be prepared for it. And when you get this money in, you gotta be smart about it and realize that it can be temporary, you know? And for me, I gotta learn how to say no. I'm a good guy, so I wanna see everybody happy, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you can't please everybody.
Victor has a good head on his shoulders. Victor tends to want to stay focused on the game itself. The ego and the posse and everybody around him, it didn't exist. I'm impressed.
For young entrepreneurs trying to, you know, come up and make something of their brand or make something of something, how do they start? Where do they start? Like, what do they do when they're faced with adversity, when it seems like nothing is going right?
What entrepreneurs, real entrepreneurs do, they all take affordable next steps. Affordable next steps. You know, they don't go and take out a $100,000 mortgage because they were like myself and my partners. We made a couple of hats. We sold them on the corner. But more importantly, do exactly what you do and why you're here. You have to do something you love. We're all not going to get an A on our report card as entrepreneurs. But if you're doing something you're absolutely obsessed with, then the journey is going to be fun. Now, you're known for speed, right? So, I've got a couple of cards here, and I just want to close this out because I want to see how fast you are, right? So, I haven't done this in 20 years, right?
I haven't probably done it at all.
We're gonna look for the queen, because, you know, this is like coming to America. You gotta find your queen, right? All right, so I'm gonna shuffle these cards really quick. Let's see if you can find the queen, okay? Now watch the cards, right? Boom. And... Go ahead, you're so fast, right?
God.
Bang!
At the end of the day, for me, man, I'm just driven to be great. I want to maximize everything I do, you know, and I feel like when I do that, I can not only change my life, but change other people's lives as well.
All right, man, you know what? So I want you to do this. I don't want you ever going to Vegas. That's how you keep your money. All right? Good luck, man. Thank you. You're brilliant, man. You're a smart guy. Hopefully we get to know each other, and if you need me, call me.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And thank you for the crabs.
No question.
No one gets to the corner office by sitting on the side, not at the table.
You're at the plate. We need to hit now. You win or lose today, and there's no tomorrow until tomorrow gets there.